Welcome back to the Mental Dietitian Podcast. This is episode 99. And right now, I am at home in Australia. And that's what this episode is going to be about. It's going to be about, I don't even know. I'm going to start spitting some stuff that I've realized since I've been here. And in the hope that it may help you. And maybe it can give you some answers for your own journey. I've been here about a week. I'm going to be here about 3 weeks. And the purpose of this trip home was for me to see my family first and foremost, but it was also a pilgrimage. What I mean by that is I wanted to visit some places that have an emotional charge for me. I wanted to spend some time with the inner child version of me. I wanted to do things and go places and really spend time with younger parts of me that I almost let go of or left here in Australia when I moved to Canada. There's something that not many people understand that has really hit me since I've been home, and that is how hard it is living on the other side of the world. I left Australia when I was about 21 years old. I'm now 31. And what I was doing back then and who I was surrounding myself with and the mindset I have and who I was very, very different to who I am now. And I wasn't really prepared for how much emotion and how much I would feel going to certain places, seeing certain people, even down to the smell of the air. When I first woke up on the first day in Australia, I went outside and it flooded my face, and I wasn't used to that feeling of home. And maybe that's what this episode will be about, is home and how important home is for anybody. And home could be your parents' house, home could be your particular suburb you grew up in, it could be a country. But the feeling of home is very, very important for a lot of people. It's important for everybody, in fact. And when I got here, even the taste of the seawater when it went up my nose, when I went for a swim for the first time, the feel of the sand on my feet, the trees, everything about it, I wasn't really prepared for how much I had missed that. And I haven't been home since 2019, so it's been about 5 years. And as a lot of you know, in that 5 years, I really dove deep into psychedelic therapy, basically, and I really looked a lot at myself. I was a very different person 5 years ago. It feels like a lifetime ago. But in that journey, sometimes you feel like you're moving at such a pace that you can almost leave parts of you behind. And what I've realized is I've left a fun, happy, silly part of me behind, talking about all this heavy stuff I talk about all the time, talking about all the trauma and all the dealing with your emotions, all that kind of stuff. And I've really felt like I've been getting in touch with the part of me that used to just be silly and have fun and do impersonations and say silly things, and just the inner child, like the good part of the inner child. Obviously, you don't want to be a little kid. I want to be a man. I want to be a healthy, masculine man. I don't want to act like a boy. I don't want to be the man that I have been in the past, which was very scared. But at the same time, life's about having fun. Life is about in doing things you enjoy. Like, for example, today I went fishing basically all day. And it was so amazing to do something that I did so much as a child, but I haven't done that much. I haven't done it much in Canada. And it's so important to do things that maybe you used to enjoy so much, whether it is maybe you used to be into ballet dancing, maybe you used to play a particular music instrument, maybe play piano, or maybe you did a martial art, or whatever it may be for you. If there's something that you haven't done in a long time, especially since you're a little kid, this is your sign to go do that thing. Whatever it is, you know what it is. You know exactly what it is. It's something. It's something that you're like, you know what? I haven't done that in a long time. It could be gardening, it could be singing, it could be playing the piano, it could be whatever, but it's usually something creative. And it's usually something that maybe you gave it up when you were a kid, and part of you has always wondered if you kept on doing it, or even if it wasn't something that you were trying to be good at, even if it was something you enjoyed, go do that thing because it brings you so much joy. I can tell you firsthand, I've been fishing, I've been swimming in the ocean, I've been exploring in the bush, I've been walking along rocks along the beach. And it's like along the way, I kind of stopped doing that. And when you stop doing things and stop spending time with your inner child and just get caught up in adult world, it life can feel gray. It can feel stagnant. We're supposed to enjoy our lives. Yes, go grind and go achieve your goals and go do whatever you want to do. And life can be hard at times, but we're also here to enjoy it. We're going to die one day. And that's the biggest lesson I've felt in the past week here is that for the last few years, I've been so on the inner workings grind, on like trying to figure out who I am and who I'm not. But there's nothing wrong with that. But on the flip side, it's so important at the same time to do things that you enjoy doing, because otherwise, what's the point of living? What's the point of life? The point of life is to, in my opinion, is to enjoy it. The meaning of life should be to enjoy the passing of time, to enjoy it. Yes, you're going to have hard times. Yes, you'll lose your job. Yes, people will die, pets will die, things will change, whatever. You're not going to enjoy every moment, but I feel like there's so many of us that don't enjoy our lives. I talk to people all the time. I even asked some of the people I worked with recently, when was the last time you did something just because you enjoyed it, just for fun? When was the last time you picked something and you did it just because it was fun? And I didn't really have an answer for that. But in the past week, I've done more things just for fun, just for the enjoyment of it than I've done in a very long time. And it's given me a perspective of why do I need to come to the other side of the world to come home to do that? Well, yes, it's part of it is spending time and doing things and uncovering things and feeling things and realizing things that I haven't realized and may not have been able to realize unless I had have come home. But these lessons of like doing something just for the joy of it, just for the fun of it, hanging out with friends that maybe are not in the same place as you mentally or not in the same journey as you, but you can have fun with them. I think we should all have a friend that we can have fun with. Maybe they don't see the world the same way as you or whatever it may be, but maybe there's that friend you have in your life just to have fun with. Yeah, there's lots of realizations, and I'll be updating you guys more. It's been a hard last few months for me. Very, very difficult. Severe anxiety. I would even say on the borderline. I don't know if it was depression. Maybe that's what depression was. Maybe it was. I think it was just mass amounts of stress. Plus the weather doesn't help in Vancouver or Canada. But it's been hard. And coming home and just doing things for the enjoyment of it, man, feels like a weight's lifted off my shoulders. I'm excited. I'm excited for my life. I'm excited to spend more time doing this and to really ramp it up and to stop playing small. I feel like I played small for a very long time. And when you come home or when you do things that you enjoy, you can get like a little break from that heaviness. You can play because life is about playing. Life is also about having fun. So this is your call to action. This is your call to action to ask yourself the question from this rambling podcast that I feel like I didn't have a plan for. The sun is setting. I told myself I was going to record a podcast today. It's not one of my best ones, but it's raw and it's real. Ask yourself the question, when was the last time you did something just for the enjoyment of it, just for fun? Something that you did when you were a kid, something that you know brings you joy, but you'll always make an excuse. Maybe I don't have time to do it. I'll do it another time. For me, it's fishing. For me, it's being silly, doing impersonations, embracing that funny, silly side of myself that sometimes I don't embrace, and I get too caught up in being serious and being the person who thinks too deeply and also feels so deeply at times as well. Sometimes you just got to lighten up and have some fun, because that's what life's also about. It's a dance between the two. So if you get anything from this podcast, it's the call to action to do something you enjoy. It doesn't have to mean anything. It could be going to a trampoline park. It could be going on bumper carts or something, or go-karts, should I say. That's what I was trying to say. It could be going to a music festival. It could be seeing your favorite band. It could be playing a game of pool with your friends. It could be going paintballing. It could be anything like that. Just for the fun of it, just for the enjoyment of it, especially if you do it with other good people, friends you maybe haven't connected with in a while, family members. This is your call to action. Go have some fun. Go enjoy your life. I love you guys. We'll see you next week for episode 100. Wow. See you next week. Love you.